Ciao ragazzi, io sono Formaggio. Today I'll be reviewing my first custom keyboard. That's a custom with a K. What's so special about a custom keyboard? A K custom keyboard, that is. Well, it means that it's manufactured in Korea. So what makes a Korean keyboard any different from a keyboard manufactured from literally anywhere else? Well, to be frank, not that much. It's only there to note that the keyboard is made from Korea. It used to be a term also used to note that the keyboard is made to high standards, since most high-end keyboards used to be from group buys from Korean manufacturers. Nowadays, there have been many keyboard manufacturers from outside Korea who make very impressive keyboards, and thus the meaning of custom isn't as relevant as before. However, if a keyboard comes with a custom stamp, you can pretty much assume that it's going to be a high-end keyboard. This is a TX75. It was from a group buy that I didn't participate in, so I got one off in the aftermarket. The aftermarket price seems to be around $400 to $500, so I think it's one of the more affordable 75 customs in the market as of now. First of all, the weight. This weighs around 2.8 kilograms, which is around 6.2 pounds. It's a simple construction consisting of 8 screws around the perimeter of the case, a brass weight screw to the back, and a very unique sandwich mount which squeezes the plate between the two case pieces. It's a very remarkable and an elegant way to assemble a keyboard. The brass weight is mirror polished with a protective coating to prevent patina from developing. The brass plate, however, started developing patina. Onto the switches. The switches are Tealios Lubed with Tribosys 3204. These are high-end linear switches manufactured by Zeal from Zeal PC. Tealios are already among the most popular high-end tactile switches, and the Tealios don't disappoint, the Zeal lineup of switches being extremely smooth even without any modifications. They have a Tiffany blue teal colored stem with gold contacts and springs. Paired with a transparent housing, a bag of these switches almost looked like a bag of gemstones. This was my first high-end linear board. The 67-gram Zeal springs are within the rate range of my liking and are very smooth. I would dare say that these are smoother than vintage MX Blacks. Zeal housings are famous for their smoothness, and Tealios don't disappoint. Some people often use vintage MX Black stems in these housings to get an even smoother experience, however I don't have any experience with them yet. All in all, I can say that these Zeal V1 housings are the smoothest housings I've seen so far. There are two drawbacks of Tealios compared to vintage Blacks. First one is the sound. Tealios exhibit a more high-pitched sound due to the transparent housing. The second one is price. Tealios are priced at around 75 cents a switch. Depending on where you get them, there might be price differences, however they are definitely on the pricier side. Compared to the vintage Blacks, which generally cost less than $50 per switch, you're likely to be able to afford more than enough vintage Blacks with your Tealios budget and have leftovers to cherry pick the best ones from. The truth is, when lubed, both vintage Blacks and Tealios are extremely smooth to the point that minimal differences in smoothness won't really matter anymore. As a result, people who enjoy high-end linears generally end up with vintage Blacks due to the better sound and lower price. The keycaps I'm using are Maxkeys SA Berserk. With its signature thickness, it makes the board sound much more lower pitched, more quiet, and overall a more fuller tone. Overall, the TX75 is a dense unit of a board with very high quality anodizing and an elegant assembly, which makes modding the board extremely easy. The Tealios are extremely smooth, albeit being on the more pricier side, and perhaps an inferior sound compared to vintage Blacks. Thank you for watching, and this is a typing demonstration.